currently 11:37 p.m. My mom just got back from, I believe, work. At least that's what I'm aware of, and went to bed, so I need to try to be as quiet as possible. I'm currently on Elvenar. I believe today I completed some side quests early on today for the Orcs and Goblins, or Goblins and Orcs side path story arc. This is some vegetable lo mein that I microwaved for a minute. And then for the plus 30 seconds button, because that's the midpoint between the 1 to 2 minutes that the package recommended. I should probably try to start running this game in the background again, but today was the day I reached the rank of Elderman on Stronghold Kingdoms, and that's the 12th rank in the game. Oh wait, Mom got home from work at around 6:30 p.m. But it was pretty much just recently that she decided to go to bed at around the time I was watching the Greens family road trip clip from I don't know the exact name of the TV show, but it might be The Greens. I have too many coins and not enough supplies. Seems like a good way to solve the problem. Though something more effective might be to do some scouting for new provinces. Though I already have quite a few available. In the past few hours, I've been working on the 99th Dan Hamming. My most recent efforts have involved me going back into an old raw video file to fix an error I made back in mid-May in regards to the custom prop I use in order to depict darkness, in this case a semi-occupant. Let's off steam by throwing bricks. Hmm. What was my train of thought again? Excuse me. Yeah, an error that I was working on fixing by reloading an old raw video file that is roughly, that I think is a high 2 minutes, meaning it's somewhere between 2 minutes and 40 seconds and 3 minutes total in length. But I have some kind of nagging memory that it might have been exactly 2 minutes and 38 seconds long. At the moment, I don't even have the necessary supplies to upgrade this Orkin level armory. I've got a shortage of supplies. I'm hoping that getting that fairy ancient wonder will fix things. At least to some kind of extent. But yeah, I haven't been paying much attention to Alvanar. I had some pretty good sushi. I didn't make any new styrofoams today. I had a late lunch at around somewhere between 6 and 6:30. The lunch consisted of a sort of freshly meal that I microwave for 3 minutes and let stand for 2, as per the instructions. I removed the sleeve, which in this case refers to the cardboard covering. I peeled a corner on the plastic film for venting. I'm feeling fine right now, if just a bit tired, but the chicken twisted takeout meal with some chicken in one corner and some veggies, corn, and sprinkled cheese in another section of the plastic tray. The instructions also said that their chefs recommend plating your meal before eating it. And by plating, that means putting it on a plate. But I don't know why you would either waste a paper plate or waste water and soap by having to wash it after using it. Does putting your food on a plate magically make it taste better? Or is doing that safer? Mutual giving and taking. In Stronghold Kingdoms, I'm going to focus on the entertainment buildings. The slump in which I was struggling, during which I struggled even to maintain positive popularity, at which points I would often be in single digits, or would even a period or two in which I slipped below into negative popularity. Because I got attacked by an enemy siege camp, or like I said twice yesterday, there was also a point in which I was attacked by pig castle troops, and they ransacked my theater, destroying it. And because of that, I've been struggling for a long time, a significant amount of time, good part of a day. I struggled to gain any peasants for the most part. Apparently this game is a decade old. Seemed older to me than that. Oh, that's my reports. I thought it was messages, or that would otherwise show other players' names. Now, this is where I'm at currently. 87 researches. All this good progress. Yeah, the weapon making research. I plan on skipping pikemen entirely and moving on into swordsmen. I'm about one rank away from doing that. The weapon making research is so I can then unlock the research that would allow me to make swords, to produce swords, which is the blacksmithing. Right here. The swordsmen will provide support for my archers. So that the wolves can't just run up to the archers and maul them to death. As they did during every wolf lair attack, and especially in the case of the last attack, my last attack on a wolf lair. in which they massacred all of my archers at the cost of nearly all of their numbers. And they outnumbered me slightly. I think I had, at the time, had 29 archers to some 35 wolves, and I may have done that during the early hours of today. At this point, I was able to make the necessary edits to fix the error. And all but the first, I deleted the prop in all of the affected scenes. Then that first affected scene, I moved the prop up by 10 pixels, and then I moved it to the left by 10 pixels so that there would no longer be a northeast corners gap. Like this. In the prop that's supposed to make it look like nighttime. I make the raw video files in Beyond Studio. Use Bandicam to record animations of non-business characters in Go Animate Wrapper offline. And then I do the final editing in Camtasia 2019 because upgrading at this point would cost money. I'm afraid that if I did that, I would lose some kind of vital feature or something like that. What I've got right now is working fine. Though I may change it or upgrade at a later point. I had a breakfast that consisted of some sweet potato pizza that Mom, I believe, took out of the freezer and microwaved for me. By the way, the reason why that initial lunch meal at around 6:30 p.m., which happened following an instance in which I believe I slept somewhere between an hour to 2 hours on the bed on my room. Excuse me. Between 4 and 6 p.m. Mom made me some coffee before she left for work today. to help her nursing students with state tests. And I'm still waiting for the Blues Tower Defense 6 update. In regards to the sweet potato pizza, she told me that if it tasted bad, for me to just throw it away, following stating that it might be a bit freezer burnt because she saw some ice on the packaging. There was indeed a small thin part that did seem freezer burnt to me, or at least off in some way, so I threw that out. But the rest of it was perfectly fine. A bit spicy and earthy due to all the vegetables on the sweet potato pizza. Frozen to microwavable. But it was good, and the coffee was good too. Though I remember bringing the plate up into my room because at the time, I think somewhere between 10 and 11 in the morning, it was I was waiting for some task on Kingdom Stronghold. I believe I was finishing up on a scouting run for some resources, and I would soon finish up a technology research within 7 minutes, and that's the primary thing that may have led to that decision to bring the plate up onto my bed, which I, at a later point, I think it was following the nap, I brought the plate down, along with the coffee mug and a few of these, but empty and probably a different flavor. I recall at least one of them being the classic lemonade flavor. I brought it all down into the kitchen and put the dishes into the sink, and the empty sparkling ice containers, I put those on top of the mini fridge because, the trash bag in which we're putting all of the plastic containers and whatnot, other recyclables, it's pretty much filled up at this point. And the reason why I'm eating what I've been eating this whole time is because after work, Mom made a trip to the grocery store and bought some food so I would have things to eat. While she's out working tomorrow and the next day. And of which I'm very grateful for. Thank you, Mom.